Hi folks, I'm the newstarcadefan here. Welcome back to SC2VN. In the last episode it was practice, practice, practice. However, now we're gonna get into the valley of despair about here. Yeah, fine. Just then, Jett steps through the doors of Dalton's zone fire at a fierce pace, saving me from more of Stunt's abusive builds. But at the but the relief I feel at our arrival shatters when I catch sight of the figure at our heels. Before I can form a question at Bolt's presence, both he and Jett are standing before us. She shoots an annoyed glance at him before speaking. Yeah, we gotta deal with this guy. He insisted on speaking with you before he would agree to play. Of course, he's a straight off asshole. Bolt lifts his chin at me, savoring the moment. I need something from him, a show match, and he's well aware of the power it grants him. So, Mach, still desperate to make a name for yourself? I match his aloof expression with a hard one, determined to show that he cannot intimidate me. Yeah, you gotta do this with assholes sometimes. Our sponsor needs a demonstration of the team's potential. It's not about me. Yeah, we're gonna knock that grin off you soon enough. Don't kid yourself. This is all about you. I'd be facing Jett, Axel, or one of the wannabe dishwashers you managed to clown into signing if it wasn't. Do you think I haven't read what they're saying online? I draw in a sharp breath to Bolt's amusement. He shakes out his wrist and offers a shrug. I normally have better things to do than to play out a show match in a lesser game, but hey, you've got me at a good time. My next Broodwort match isn't for a few weeks. Got just enough time to brush up on my SC2 and ship you back across the Pacific. Yeah. Did you know that my team manager won't even let me play Star 2 in the Shock Team house? They say it's distracting to the other players. Well, that's a you problem. I reached for another calming breath, but I found no relief. It's just that smile of his. What? Why you come here to talk some trash? Quit wasting my time and accept the match. I accept. And I'll do you one better than that. And I'll do you one better than you'll do me. Catch. Bolt pulls something out of his pocket and tosses it at me. My reflexes don't fail me, and I snagged a small black object in midair. When I open my hand, I find the thumb drive. What? 50 replays. Study them if you like. You'll have no excuse when you lose. Oh, and by the way, Jett, let me give you a tip. Next time you go behind my back for replays, don't try to get them from someone that shares my feelings on your opportunistic bullshit. Yeah. Your foreigner mascot is lucky that I'm feeling generous. Well, you just walked yourself right into a match you're never gonna forget. With an infuriating air of superiority, Bolt turns to leave. My teammates visibly share my frustration, but none of them rush to my defense. Maybe it's for good reason. I can't keep relying on Jett or Axel to bail me out of trouble. And beating Bolt isn't their responsibility. It's mine. Hey, Bolt. He turns he turns, mild surprise showing on his face when I flick the thumb drive out of my hand at his feet. I know exactly what this is. I won't lose to you again. Remember it. Tell yourself that. He shows his teeth in a smirk and crushes the flash drive under his heel. Just like you told yourself that you can qualify for VSL. Seriously? I'm just gonna ask y'all this. Have y'all ever been in a... Yeah, probably have dealt with guys like Bolt, Cocky, and you just want to knock the smile off their face. But you let your play do the talking and then they wonder why people like you hate them. Bits of plastic and metal are all that remains of the USB when he lifts his foot to continue on his way out. The tension remains long after Bolt's departure. Finally, Jett enters my personal space, eyes sharp and locked with mine. Why did you do that? We needed the replays. Axel steps forward and places a hand on Jett's shoulder. Bo was trying to get into Mach's head. You know that. It was the right call. Dang, he really didn't feel like leaning over to pick it up, huh? Those things are like 10,000 won. Stunt is correct. Thumb drives are usually cheap, depending on how small you get. The higher up you go, the more expensive they get. That's just a fact of life. The quip earns him a perplexed stare from Axel and Jett. I'm too distracted to even react. Whatever, Mach. If you're gonna be showy, save it for when it'll gain you some fans. That gives me an idea for a ceremony after you beat this guy. Get like 10 flash drives and... Hey, Stunt, I got a better idea for a ceremony. We sign the contract with Enoch and move into our team house. How's that sound? That's not as funny as what I had in mind. Well, Stunt, with what you had in mind, it might be it's illegal in South Korea and probably a few other countries, and even a few other states here in America. Enough banner, get back to practicing. Can we take a break or something? I need a minute. We don't have a minute, especially without replays. Practice now. I quietly follow Stunt's lead back towards the PCs. Axel and Jett moving to take their seats behind us. From the top and no rushes, Stunt. I have absolutely no clue on how anyone can practice for more than 10 hours a day. My wrists ache. My eyes hurt. My subconscious won't consider anything but unit compositions and attack timings. I can't get past both stupid smirk. Well, on the first feeling, it's called the Tetris effect. If you play Tetris for so long, you can be in any tiled bathroom trying to fit in shapes and clear them in your head. It's happened to me and it's gonna happen to you. It's just a fact. Worse still, with Jett forcing Stunt to play standard, our practice wasn't productive at all. She didn't seem happy with me when she left to meet with the producers at the VSL studio, but after so many games it becomes impossible for me to focus. What else are we supposed to do? Riva doesn't seem like she's in practice for anything race but Terran. Do I even have a chance against Bolt? Did I ever in the first place? Dude, how does anyone macro? It's boring, exhausting, and makes you consider a zillion variables. Economy management is so stupid. Stunt, that's the point of StarCraft 2 and damn near every RTS game out there. You just described what StarCraft is supposed to be, minus the boring part. Well, I don't like it. I'm at my best when I can focus on microing. Who said I should have to play a game past 10 minutes? Not no one. As long as you're okay with an awful win rate. Oof. Yeah, I felt that one too. With practice done for the day, I agreed to join Axel and Stunt for dinner. Jett deals with logistics and setup for the match. I'm led down a smoky side street with a greasy and fragrant smells mingle. My experience with street food so far hasn't been great, but I trust the judgment of Stunt and Axel. Right, street food is actually a huge thing in Asia, especially in China, South Korea, and Japan. Row after row of stalls are thick with customers clamoring for a hot meal. The three of us browse the various offerings before Stun insists on one in particular. Do you like Bendetok Mach? Sure, whatever is fine. The single cook make the single cook man and stalls clean through the customer orders faster than I think possible. It isn't long before we're walking away from the stall, paper wrapped with pancake in hand, basically a crepe. We settle for a seat on a curb, far enough away from the foot traffic to avoid being trampled. Reva's going to run into trouble with Jett if she doesn't show at going zone fire again this week. And she can only help Mach so much. Besides, it's not like she can skip out on practice at the team house. Stein has a point there. Have you ever been inside a team house, Stunt? The Protoss forces down his food with a thump to the chest. Excuse me. No, but I've seen pictures. Well, Axel's got some news for you, bud. It's an informal setting. It isn't hard to sleep in or slack off, but the type of people that do usually don't become pro gamers, or at least last as long as one. That's the truth. We still don't have any subs. Is that gonna be a problem? Let's worry about one thing at a time. There won't be much need for subs if we don't do our best this week. Still, the team is tiny. 5 people, including management. Jett wasn't kidding when she said she wanted a lean team. The sudden thought of a team Goshi one is enough to make me smile. Yo, Axel, what didn't you do with all the prize money from Brood War? Oh, he did something smart, like, you don't know, save it. That's kind of a personal question, isn't it? I don't mind answering. I spent half of it on general living expenses and stuff for my family. The rest I've got saved. What a responsible adult would do. Lame. What's the point of winnings if you don't spend them? Stunt, you'll understand when you get a lot older. I've earned 40 million won or so, not counting salary. That may sound like a lot, but it's easy to go through if you aren't responsible. That's exactly true. Deaf to the sense Axel is trying to talk into him, Stunt stares off into space with stars in his eyes. If I won the VSL Grand Final, I'd buy a car, a house, a new PC. Yeah, you can tell Stunt's about a first year high school student. He continues rattling off a list of a dozen superfluous objects in a way that only someone who's lived without worrying about paying rent can. Axel and I both take the chance to eat without interruption. Jett still got the 100 million she won from her first VSL championship, y'all. That plus some, probably. Why? I wonder if I can convince her to trick out the team house. This is Jett we're talking about here. Feel free to ask. Just make sure I'm there for her reaction. What about you, Mach? What would you do with your big winnings? Again, the scene that any responsible adult would do. I don't know, save it or something. God, the chicks on our team are so boring. Well, it's practical. Do you want to be a rich person who's done what they can, or a poor famous person? Anyway, I'm gonna end it off here. If you like what you see, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe because it does help the channel out a lot. I'm the new Starcade fan here saying thanks for watching, have a good day or night wherever you are, and bye for now.